All right, y'all, what's going on? So today I actually got the clear time to go over why I have chose to start a business in Delaware. Okay, so there's a number of reasons, and this is topics that's covering anonymous. It's called anonymous states or anonymous LLCs. Okay, so I have chose Delaware. That's an anonymous LLC state. It is the best state as an anonymous state. All right. One of the reasons why it's the best is because they are very, very, very business friendly. There's no taxes when you're conducting business. There's no taxes there. But the only thing they do is they actually charge you a $300 franchise fee that you got to pay. You know, you got to play to pay. And they only say, hey, you could conduct business anonymously. We just require a $300 franchise fee for you to play. All right. So why did I choose an anonymous state? Most of your favorite Fortune 500s are in an anonymous state. Okay. Most of which are in Delaware. All right. So, there's so much benefits to this stuff. So the main thing is, if you are a member, a manager, the owner / member of your LLC, you don't got to provide your actual identity. Your personal identity is protected. So when somebody goes to the state website and they try to look up your LLC, and then they would be presented, typically outside of an anonymous LLC state, they will be presented your name, your address, everything. That's why they tell you when you start your LLC, do not put your home address down as the business address. Get a PO, get like another address, and then put that address as the business address, because that information is going to actually come up when people look up your LLC. All the members, all the managers, if you're that far into business, everybody that is attached to that business on the C-suite level and the founder, all of your information is going to pop up. So an anonymous LLC will actually prevent all of that. It's a corporate veil. It is something that's set up where, you are registering your information, but is not going to show up in the findings. All right. A lot of people that tend to do anonymous LLCs in anonymous provided states. Some people are, unfortunately, people that come from a battered situation where they are trying to start a new life, a new business, and prevent their spouses from finding them. Other reasons may be, say you work for a company of some sort and you're an entrepreneur and you want to actually create a company while you work for a company. And you don't want that company to find out that you are in fact registered at LLC and you're starting another company in the process. Another reason is the most reason, and the reason why I chose to do to create an LLC in an anonymous state is because I don't want no crazies, no sue happy people, any Joe Blow people finding out where I live, my assets, anything that's connecting myself to the business, and for them to disrupt that whole cycle or that whole flow of business. A lot of people do this, especially if you are in the world of real estate. This happens a lot in that situation than most other situations. So, for instance, you could have, let's just say, and I'm trying to give you like a solid example off the hip. You could actually have a dozen properties or a whole portfolio of properties, and somebody is going to look up your management company, key it in, boom, 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 boom. Okay. Oh, so this is the person that owns this property that I'm renting from. This is where they live. This is how I can connect to them. Okay, I'm gonna stage a slip and fall. In the wintertime, I'm gonna slip on some ice on the steps going down the stairs. I'm gonna hurt myself so I could then sue the property owner, and then I could have a chance of taking that property from the property owner as a case win. See what I'm saying? So with my venture capital company that I've recently created in the state of Delaware, we are going to have real estate related franchise that we're buying into, and of course a whole portfolio of houses in different markets. But you're not going to know how many properties I own, how many franchises I own. You're not going to know the value of my company. You're just going to see a nice basic website that I already have up, company information and all that stuff, but you're not going to know the financial intricacies of our business. You're just going to see basic. My approach to this business was like minimalistic, like Tesla. Let me just get some bare minimum information, but past what you see on the company website that I have up right now, you're not going to know how much properties I own. You're not going to know that I own the company, and that's why I'm saying the company opposed to the company's name. Because if I were to say the company name in any of my recordings, it defeats the purpose of having an anonymous LLC. So I'm always going to refer to my company, or the furthest extent I would say is my venture capital company. The furthest I would say is just what I just said, my company, VC company. But I'm steering y'all away from the company's name. But anyway, so you're not going to get that list of information, period. So you could attach myself to that. It's a great way of really cloaking yourself from a lot of potential threats that may be happening. Want to do a quick time check real quick? All right. When you're also remember, an anonymous LLC shares the same benefits as a regular LLC. There's nothing different. It's both the same. A regular LLC is the same as an anonymous LLC. You just know the who's or the people that's running that particular LLC versus practically Casper the Ghost running the anonymous LLC. Now, when it comes to contracts, instead of putting in your name, you're putting in stuff like authorized rep or member. All right. And then you're signing your name. And then you also got to look at different clauses to make sure that there's like a confidentiality clause. All right. That prevents the people or person that you're doing business with from releasing your name and or other key information to the general public or to a certain amount of people that don't supposed to know your involvement with that business and the deal and everything else that lines up. And then once you have a confidentiality clause stated in your contract that prevents them from releasing your name, your likeness, your level of involvement with the company, you also definitely want to make sure that you got a liquidated damage clause in there for if they were to slip that information out to whoever, right, that you're going to be financially rewarded. Hold on. There you go. Financially rewarded or financially compensated because of that slip up. And that's one of the added benefits of an anonymous LLC. All right. What else we got? So, obviously, people like banks are going to know your information when you're filling out the initial application to get a business bank account. You're going to have to, and legally, put your name, your address, all these other things that you need to put so you could create the business bank account. You also going to have to do the same thing when you file your federal employer identification number with the IRS. They're going to have to know your name, all this other pertinent information that's outside of your anonymous LLC. And that's cool. That's standardized business, right? So there are some different bodies of the government that's going to have to, know your personal information despite your anonymous LLC. And that's just the general cost of honestly just doing business. Unfortunately, you cannot fully escape lawsuits, paying taxes, any of those other basic, I guess, like underlying business stuff. You're still going to have to, go through all of that. But when it comes to people finding you out, when it comes for subpoenas, or people trying to sue you, is just going to be a lot harder for an average person to sue you, because they got to go through extra steps. And that's, I guess you could say, that's an added benefit of being an anonymous LLC. People could still find you, but they got their approach to suing you, their approach to trying to find out your business assets, to try to find out your business, like your business finances and stuff like that. They're going to have to go through so many more layers that when they get finished, like, is it really worth it? Are you really that dedicated to finding out? Most of the time, no. But you are going to have those onesies and twosies that really want to get to your bag. And being an anonymous LLC is going to protect you greater than just getting a Joe Blow LLC from practically another state. So there are a very small handful of states that are deemed anonymous LLC granting states. You got the number one, the best, the most sought after, Delaware. Delaware. The second best state is New Mexico. Then you got Nevada, then Wyoming. That's the only four. That's the only four states. Delaware, New Mexico, Nevada, and Wyoming are the only four states that you could set your LLC as a true anonymous LLC. It's only four. There are some tax haven states where if you operate your business, you don't pay any taxes. You got Florida, Delaware, of course, Nevada, of course, and there's a few other key states. But like right now, off the hip, I just know of those three major states as a whole where they're like true tax haven. There's also, other places where you could save. There's a lot less when it comes, like, you still got to pay, but when it comes to like your LLC, it's a lot cheaper. Virginia is one of those states. I currently live in Northern Virginia. In the state of Virginia, you only pay $50 a year to renew your LLC. Delaware, you don't pay to renew your LLC, but you got to pay the $300 franchise fee, they call it. But that's essentially the renewal. But again, the benefits outweigh that $300. Okay? It's just much better. It's just much better. It's easier. You always want that anonymous situation going on. And then even better, and I'm not going to really talk about this, but I'm just going to allude to it. As far as protection levels, you got your anonymous LLC. And then above that, you want to have your anonymous LLC under a trust, a business trust. All right. You got your real estate investing trust. You got your personal trust, like personal trust account, and you got a business trust. Have your anonymous LLC underneath a trust, and that's another level of protection that you could make sure everything is really secured. So with my company, I just recently, I'm going through the process of getting my business name and business likeness trademarked. My lawyer, about 2 weeks ago from the time of this footage, actually submitted the application to the United States Patent and Trademark Office. All right. And so we're going through the review, going through all that great things on the back end. But I already got I was about to show y'all. I caught myself. I already got the Delaware LLC, and I've hired a company that's managing all of that LLC matters. Corporate minutes, re-registrations, all that other stuff, to manage my LLC. So this is like a great highlight of an anonymous LLC, and again with those 4 different states in America that you can set your LLC up in. But again, Delaware holds more corporations than it do citizens, and you probably heard that if you know anything about Delaware. There's more corporate LLCs in the state of Delaware than its entire population of citizens. So it shows you the strength and the benefit, the added benefit that Delaware provide these businesses. And if you want to start a business, it would behoove you to have your LLC sit in the state of Delaware. It will behoove you. Don't be so much in a rush to create a LLC to get in the game. It takes more than an LLC. Okay, that's just a benchmark. That's just your start, your foundation. You got to get that trademark. That's another video. But you gotta get the trademark so you could have ownership rights to your brand. All right, and if you don't know the full in and out of a trademark, go to YouTube and watch a whole list of videos of lawyers and CPAs or whoever else, other business professionals talk about trademarks. Get the trademark done at the same time. All right. But anyway, that's all I got. I want to keep these videos under 20 minutes. Follow my channel. I'm going to be putting out a lot of great business and real estate content for all of you. I'm going to be doing some city tour walkarounds and stuff like that. Market, like I'm not just going to be talking about all of this market stuff and real estate. I'm going to actually show y'all a lot of this stuff. Go to these different markets and show y'all and talk about these neighborhoods. I'm going to have some fun with this particular YouTube channel. All right. So enjoy the rest of your time. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and most importantly, comment. I want this to be a community of information. All right. So please comment below on anonymous LLCs. And if you have a more in-depth input, then please leave that in the comment section for other people to not just watch this video, but scroll through the comment sections and read the stuff that you have put out as well. All right. So thank you all for following and watching this video up to this point, and be on the lookout for more value added videos. All right.